Today we are going on an adventure because it's something I've been wanting to do for a while. I purchased my needle from Archery Corner. Her videos are so lovely. Definitely go check her out. She makes super cute things and has some really great vlogs. So here's the needle that I got. I don't know how well any of this is going to go, not because of the things, but because of me. Oh no. So I made this template. It's gonna be a cute little mug. I don't know if it'll be cute when I'm done with it, but this is cute. This is a decent amount of fabric. Okay, so our design, I got these to make small things. It's obviously not gonna work here. Yeah, it'll fit in that. So I need to cut the fabric to be big enough to fit into this. I'd rather have too much than not enough, especially for my first time trying this. So I keep hearing the phrase drum tight. That seems drum tight. I don't know. Oh man, I just got really nervous. Wait, what happened here? Oh no. Oh. I'll do the outline first, and the outline is red. So I'm trying this with Red Heart. It's not what I wanted to use per se, but it's what I have readily available.
Fun fact, this yarn does not work with this needle. I should have known that. I should have read better. That one's on me. So I had to stop filming, get the right yarn, which took some time, and then I could continue.
It is a new day, and I need to remove my kitty. We left off yesterday when I just got it stretched. I ended up not really having time yesterday to do much of anything after work. So I want to do this, I think, in pink, and then maybe have a red, like not red, obviously this isn't red, but have a darker outline. I think that'll be cute. That's what we'll do. I'm just going to thread my needle. I'm going to do the outline first, I think. I don't know what my cats are doing in the house. Sounds like they're tearing the place down. I'm going to unravel plenty so I'm not pulling, because if you're going to punch needle, there can't be any tension on your yarn because it'll pull it out. So we pull it through. All right. Now you always want this to be facing away from where you're going, and you want this to be like the opening to be where you're going. See, even though it says it's like a non-slip hoop, it's not necessarily meant for this, so the cloth stretches and it's not really super tight anymore, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. Maybe I could tighten it some without distorting. Okay, so I finished the outline. I'm going to try something different. I've done this once before, just like testing out the supplies to make sure I had everything right. Last time I did a double up here. I'm going to try a single, and we're going to see how that works. But everywhere that is like an outer facing line, I did a double. And this is what the correct side looks like so far. So whenever you're punching on the back of it. Unless you want to do it the opposite way, but typically speaking, this is going to be the back. Some people prefer this look. And then in that case, you would just pull all of your loose ends through. But I'm using the fluffy loop side. It's so fluffy. Look at that. Look how thick. Oh, it's so fun. Okay, I'm just going to check like after every couple of punches up here to see what's happening, because I don't know that I can make that any better. One of my cats has the zoomies. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double back and see if I can put a couple of extras here randomly. It's working. I've been going for a little while. My lines aren't evenly spaced. I tend to wonder a little. And that's something I should probably work on. But it's really cute and it looks really good. There are some gaps here, so like there was a space there. I'll just go back and fill that in. You can do that. Anywhere that you see that just needs a little extra love, whenever you're done, you can just go back through. Or at any time really, and just add some extra. But just don't forget to, especially when you're first starting out, like I am, to flip your work over and check it a lot, because things can go wrong very quickly. And you need to fix it as soon as possible, just so you're not having to rip out 20 minutes worth of work. We are right at the end here of the main color, before I go back in and start fixing places where I couldn't keep it close enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pull this up here and hold, and then we're going to cut it. Anytime you're going to raise your needle, make sure you're like holding the yarn and then pull. That way you're not just pulling your loops out, because that is incredibly counterproductive. I might have done it a time or two. Got me a nice coffee color here. And then we can thread this, do this area, and then we're done punching. And then just comes gluing and cutting it out. Ow. So this isn't really hard to do, but it's a little tricky to do well. I hope that makes sense. Like, this is very beginner friendly. Anybody can pick it up and do it. Literally anybody can pick it up and do it. And it would probably, like, you'll make something cute. It all just depends on how well you know, like, your yarn, the things you need to use with your specific punch needle, your loop sizes, how close together you get things, how much of a space you leave here, how much of a space you leave there, if you want to shave it down, if you want to do detailing. You could even use different sized loops on the same piece of work to give it dimension without having to shave it. So, well, I guess trim, I don't know. You use sheep shears, what?
Huh?
You use sheep shears, so I'm going to say shave. That was really hard. But it takes some finessing to figure out, like, oh, I did this and it looks fine, but I could do this and it would look better. So that's why I say that anyone can do it, that it's easy, it's just hard to master. But that looks really good. I'm happy with that. So we're going to pull this out and we're going to cut it. And I'm just going to trim it as close as possible, because we are going to glue this. Since I'm done, I'm going to go back in with my needle, since it's a very fine, sharp point, and I'm going to try to rearrange some of these that got a little mixed up. So like here, try to pull that under, ta-da, so we can keep the design nice and crisp. There we go. And this one's down there. Oh, it was cut in two anyway. I wonder what happened there. When that happens, wow. I just like to trim it as close as possible. That way you can't see any loose strings because we want everything to look looped and nice and happy. So this is the final design. Look how cute. It's so adorable. Cute little mug. Oh, that texture. Look at that texture. Oh my goodness. And then there's the back. So now the next step will be to glue it. So I forgot. I actually use Elmer's glue to go over this part so that it doesn't let the threads come out. Ooh, the yarn come out super easy. That way in case something pulls, it's not coming out. So I just use a big glob of this. But it just takes like a ton of glue to make sure everything's good. Now that we've got it out of the hoop, I need to cut and leave a little bit of like a seam allowance around it so I can snip into it and fold it over. So let's go on in. I have a cat in my lap and it's just really hard to do this and not disturb her. I'm just gonna cut here's a little bit of a new angle. You can see how messy my desk is. Whenever I'm doing stuff, I'm a terror. Okay, so oh, I cut a loop somewhere, unless that was already there. Whoa. That's my husband. Something was funny. He's playing Apex, so there's no telling. We've now got all of our little flaps. Pop in a stick. And then I'm going to put just like a little dab, and then I'm going to put it here. Is there a trick to glue guns that I don't know? Like, I see people use them and they don't get all of those little stringy bits, but every time I use them, they're stringing like crazy. Is it because I'm not fast and super decisive? Is that the problem? Do I just need to go for it? So I'm going to take this and then just kind of put it on here minimum. That way I can use as much off of this sheet as possible. And then I'm going to glue it. So I'm just going to put glue all around. And then we're going to stick it. Edges have been cut. Okay, so it is finished. They came out so cute, the perfect size. So cute, I love it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today while I punch needled cute little coaster. I have a bunch more that I want to make and some other designs. If you like this video, let me know and then I will do my other designs with you all as well. There's a cat one that I want to try next and it's going to be super cute. I envision it in red and pink, but I'm having trouble finding red yarn in this brand. I'm having trouble finding yarn the right size, period. So we'll have to see about that. But again, thank you so much. If you've made it all the way through the video, you may as well subscribe since you enjoyed your time. And you can ring the bell for notifications so you see the next time I upload a video. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.